Sunny Sunday. You already know we right here at work decided to hop on, chop it up with individuals, see what's going down in the town, the word of the curve, you heard me. Here in Southern California, it is hot as fuck today. It is like 105. No lie. You know, gotta stay cool, and now you get fried. Nah, but this shit is hot though today. You know, it's not a day to be out and about, right? It's to be in the shade or in the AC or some shit. You know, and we're gonna be like that a few more days, bro. But then we're gonna start to cool down. So thank God. But I decided to hop on, see what's cracking with people. If there's anybody on, you know, and what's good. And I did put out some videos on my other channel and on this channel. If you guys want to scope those out, right? Talking about different discussions, right? Well, the one that I did for this channel is kind of like a retelling of yesterday's live, right? The ending portion of it that people wanted me to choose to make a video on. What's cracking like at my boy, the Rich? You getting yourself into my boy? Se la buena vida, carnal. How you doing on this Sunday? What you up to? You know, we just chilling in this heat. I thought it was going to be at least a little bit fresher by now, but fuck, this shit is still hot as fuck. You could cook an egg out there in the fucking street. I just came out and I just felt the heat just slap me. I was like, oh, hell no. Just to be walking around with like a fucking built-in fan like on the neck. I'm gonna start looking up some of those inventions from Temu. You know, Temu's got some gadgets. My fucking Powerade is not even cold no more. I got 2 jobs right now, and I'm working every day now, and it won't be a regular on the lives anymore. It's okay, my boy. You know what I mean? Hey, work is more important, homie. You know what I'm saying? My videos are gonna be here. The videos don't go nowhere. You know. Yeah, I appreciate the support regardless, homie. You know what I mean? And I know you're one of my day ones, and I do appreciate it. But I get it. You gotta make that paper, that Skrilla illa. I mean, the bills don't pay themselves, especially here in California. Shit. Where the fuck is my charger? Plug in my charger real quick. Okay, there we go. Where did I plug it in? Oh yeah, I did. Just chilling on Utah Sunday. A lot of places closed since it's Sunday. Oh, serio? Shit, over here everything's always open. All right, damn, that's crazy. Over here, shit's always open, bro. Shit never closes over here. The only thing you'll probably find closed on a Sunday over here is like Chick-fil-A. Everything else, bro, they keep that motherfucker open. Oh, it's raining out there. Orale, all right. Shit, shoot some rain this way, my boy. Because this shit, we need it over here, bro. So, I guess you gonna see more, my boy. What's good with you? What's cracking like Derek? What you getting yourself into, my boy? Yeah, one of the things I wanted to mention in the Mr. Shadow interview, hey, he be living right now, bro. He's living the good life, bro. He got a little chunky. That's good though. You can tell that he's enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like all like, sucked up, tweaked up, like, oh no, my boy, he's doing bad. So he's got some meat on him, so he's doing good. Oh, Mormons do it that way. Yeah. I was doing some research on the whole, Mormons and all that, and it's kind of trippy. Not gonna lie. I mean, there's a lot of things that I have questions about. A lot of things that are very questionable, right? But I mean, it is what it is. It did pique my curiosity, though. It tripped me out, though. Not in the good way though. Hey, but it is what it is. It's living the good life. Oh yeah, that's good though, bro. You know, I see some people trying to make fun of it, fun of him because hey, well, it's like, hey, bro, would you rather have him all sucked up and tweaked out? Like, you know what I mean? At least you know that he's not fucking around with no shit and shit like that, right? Why don't you believe in Satan and Jesus? Ah, my boy, you don't want to have these discussions. I don't want to offend nobody on here. You know, I don't want to, get people mad and, and stuff like that. And I don't do it intentionally either, bro. Like, these are just my beliefs. You feel me? Like, it's just what I believe. I'm not saying that people should see it my way or that people are wrong and I'm right, but people take it that way though. When I start talking about, my belief, people take it that way. They take it like if I'm trying to insult them, right? Or if I'm trying to say that, like, I'm right or something like that, right? When it's just like, bro, I'm just giving like, why I see it the way I see it, you know? And just the reason why I see it that way is just that everything, okay, everything that they say about God, right? And this the loving father who loves all his children and he wants the best for his children and everything like that. Yet the most heinous and gruesome and horrendous shit happens on a day-to-day out there to the elderly, to children, natural disasters and stuff like that, right? But me being a parent, right? Being a parent and having my kids, I will never let nothing bad happen to my kid. And I'm not the only parent that feels like that. No parent would let their kid, you know what I mean? So if this loving being cares about it for his kids, but yet he stands around and lets all this happen when he has the power to stop all of this, but he chooses not to, that makes no sense. Then he is not a loving father like people say he is, right? Or when they say, you have to, confess your sins, before you die and stuff like that, in order to be accepted in heaven and stuff like that. But the thing is that if he's this loving fathering figure that people say that he is, right? Then when you die and you had this conversation, then if he is loving and if he, can read you, then he will see that you're sincere, right? And the discussion you're having, and he would accept you if he is this loving being that people say that he is. Because if not, then he is not this loving figure that people say that he is. There's just a whole lot of contradiction within it, right? And I'm just a person who needs evidence, facts, and I just believe in science, evolution, right? Because we have the evidence for that, right? That shows that. People can't say evolution is a lie because we see it on a day-to-day with, plants and creatures out there that adapt to the environments, that, start changing as the climates change. They change with the climate, showing evolution, proof of evolution. You know what I mean? Actual evidence, though. And we be like, oh, so what, you thinking we coming from monkeys? Like, I don't understand why people always say that, bro. Like, who the fuck came from a monkey, bro? Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and all of that are not fucking monkeys, bro. Shit is crazy. That's like saying a gorilla's a monkey. Or an orangutan. And it's like they're apes, my boy. They're not the same as monkeys. And gorillas are not chimps. Right? There's different types of species. Man, my boy. So that is just, why I just believe in the science and not in, But like I said, I don't knock people for believing. And I'm not saying that people have to see it my way or that I'm right. I could be wrong and potentially everyone could be right. But I'm just saying that this is just the way I see it going based off of, the information that I have. You know what I mean? What's the difference between an ape and a monkey just because you're not uneducated, bro. Because you have education. Maybe you're just not like maybe you just don't have the knowledge on this subject, right? But not to say that you're uneducated, right? But the difference between apes and monkeys is, well, monkeys have tails, apes don't have tails. Size as well, right? But the main one, like to tell the difference, is that monkeys have tails, apes don't have tails. That's when people say that Curious George is a monkey. Like, no, he's not, bro. He's an ape. That's why like the Dragon Ball thing didn't really make any sense. Like, wait, hey, but they're monkeys though, so why do they make them look like gorillas? So yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. What's your favorite color? Blue. And no, not just because I'm a southerner, I'm saying that. No, but legitimately, my favorite color is blue. The lights get blurred out here when it comes to between church and state. Well, people nowadays praise state like they do the church, bro. You know, it's kind of like Friedrich Nietzsche's God is Dead. If you guys want, you guys can go check that out, read that, right? Um, uh, Friedrich Nietzsche's beliefs come off a little bit strong, right? Like I don't agree with his beliefs, 100, right, on his personal views, right? Because he kind of, he was a little bit arrogant in some of his work, right? He could be a little bit cruel sometimes, but the overall basic concept of what he's talking about is quite interesting, right? How people always look to somebody, to a higher being, right? To put all their trust into, right? Or to, look for guidance to a higher being, and that he feels that, the state is becoming that higher being now, right? The state is becoming God, or trying to become God, right? It's quite interesting, though. It's a trip. And like I'm talking about, this is back then, bro. His foresight was so crazy, bro. How he was able to predict the future. It's actually trippy, bro. It's kind of like, man, bro, these motherfucker have psychic powers, you know. But just giving his educational guess, going based off of how stuff is going and human behavior, that he was able to guess, okay, this and this is gonna happen, and it did. People could go scope out, there's even videos about it here on YouTube, right? And it'll trip you out what he predicted. It's insane. So when people be like, people can't read people, or that human behavior shit or psychology is fucking stupid, is dumb and stuff like that, like, okay. Yeah, these motherfuckers are able to predict all this and that. People just don't like how man could be really that educated and smart, bro. Everything that has been accomplished in life is because of man, because man has it in him to accomplish great things. There doesn't necessarily always have to be a magical power behind it, bro. It could just be the strength within man. Mr. Shadow is eating good. Smoking. Serio, you be getting the munchies? Orale, that's right. Day off? Hey, that's right. I'm such an home. Hey, that's good, bro, because it's hot as fuck. Why would anyone want to believe in a hell? Because they have to believe in hell, bro. Because believing in hell scares them straight. It makes people from stop committing, heinous crimes and bad things. The worst part about all of this is, and I don't mean to point out the hypocrisy and all the bullshit, right? On some stuff, right? Because some stuff just baffles me, right? Is that we talk about the devil and the hell, and they tell kids this, right? Especially when these kids, you don't want to do that, because then if you're going to go to hell, you're going to burn in hell, and then the devil's going to come for you and everything like that, right? Parents tell this to the kids, and the kids believe in this devil and this, essentially this magical being, because that's what this devil is this fucking magical evil monster creature, right? That apparently exists because people are saying that it exists, right? But then when kids are saying that they're terrified because there's a monster or a ghost, parents are like, there's no such thing as monsters, there's no such thing as this and that. Well, yeah, you're telling him to believe in this fucking monster being, bro. What are you talking about? Of course he's gonna believe in all this shit if you're telling him that this shit exists. So if this exists, then witches and goblins and ghouls must be real too. Telling him to believe, but then you're telling him not to believe. You're confusing the fucking kid. But because people feel like scaring people is the right way. People feel like if you come aggressively or if you look to scare or intimidate, that's the best way to fix a problem when it's the most horriblest way to fix the problem. The best way is to come, have a discussion like civil adults and provide understanding. But people don't like that though, because it doesn't make them feel as good as blowing off steam and, you know, letting out all that negativity, bro. That makes them feel better, right? That's why people tend to want to go with this option than that option, because they feel like, that this option just really didn't satisfy their urges, right? Their primal urges, their aggressive nature. Gotta learn how to control that, because it's not about you. We're talking about bigger things here than you. Like, they're not real. Like, why are you scared of that? Like, go sleep in your room. Like, bro, didn't you just finish telling burning hell, this is the fucking devil and all that? Which one is it, my boy? What up, YouTube Live? And right here we pretty much we hot. We answer the subscribers question. You know what I mean? Right here we don't shy away from topics. I believe that real. I used to be. Oh, and I'm never on here to try to divert people from seeing it my way or shit like that, right? So don't ever think that I'm coming here to try to convince people to see it my way, right? Because truly, if you believe in something, you have to believe in something because you believe in that, right? Like, not because your parents made you or because your parents are Christian that you're Christian. Like, in order for you to believe, to actually really believe, in what you say, you got to actually really believe it for your reasons and not just for the reasons of somebody else, because then you're not truly a believer then. You know what I mean? Because I hear that a lot. Like, why are you Catholic? Well, because my parents are Catholic. Like, okay, well, that explains why your parents are Catholic, but it doesn't explain why you're Catholic, though. Like, why do you believe in it, though? And people can't even say that, oh, that's dumb or whatever, because there's so many different religions out there, and people have their own different beliefs, right? Like Hinduism or Buddhism or, Muslims or, Jewish or Christians or Catholic. You get what I mean? And, people all respect everybody else's beliefs, right? But I get it. There's some atheists that are dicks, right? They come and they fucking start insulting people for being religious or wanting to clown and shit like that. And it's like, hey, bro, what's up with you, my boy? Hey, if they want to believe, let them believe, bro. It's not like it's something bad, bro. It's like giving them hope. So, like, why is it bothering you that, it does actually prove to fix and help people's lives, bro? You know what I mean? So why are you trying to take that away from them? Like, if you don't want to believe, fuck it. Don't believe. But don't try to force people to see it from your angle either, bro. Let people live however they choose to want to live, and you worry about you. That's why I can only worry about me. I'm not looking to try to convince the audience because I can only control what I believe in. I can't force people to be like me or to think that I'm the one with the answers or that I'm super know-it-all and super right. Like, what kind of shit is that? That's like some egotistical type shit right there. Like, bro, I let people live however they choose to want to live. Because I am nobody to try to be on here to, tell people that they're wrong and I'm right. But I do hear a lot of atheists try to do that, and it's like, hey, my boy, what's up with you? That ego's crazy, though. Like, I may not believe in hell and all that, but I do believe in bad behaviors, bro. And I do believe in the bad side in humans, the evil side, right? When bad behaviors aren't regulated, they make real monsters, right? And they're not with horns or fangs or nothing like that, but they look like, me and you and our neighbors and our siblings, You know, because anybody could be pushed to be a monster, and people can't even say that they don't exist because you have had some of the most sickest people that have walked this planet. You know, those are truly monsters. You know, was like, you know, John Gacy and Ted Bundy and Hitler, Saddam, you real monsters. You know what I mean? Real monsters with no remorse. I dropped out at 14. Well, well, from school? I don't believe in magic either, though, my boy. I don't believe in the supernatural. It just it'll break all the laws of physics. Like, and it never makes any sense to me. Like when people come and they're like, "Oh no, well these people have these abilities and stuff like that." Like you have these fortune tellers, these palm readers, and it's like, okay, but yet these people are always people that live in these low income areas, right? And are always stuck in these predicaments, pretty much like the rest of all of us, right? Like, but they have the power to see the future and all this and that, but yet they don't have they can't fix their own lives, or like they have the power to concoct curses and spells and shit like that, but yet why do they live in a worse predicament than the rest of us? Then if they have these magical abilities, then surely they could have, you know, elevated and achieved something greater than where they're at if their powers are real. Right? It's like, my boy, you telling me you have the power to see and read the future, yet you're right here living in East LA like the rest of us, in a more, you know, worse area than where we're at. How the fuck is that, my boy? Oh, I know, and they have tails. I know that's one of the things that I was always like, what? But like I said, not everyone's gonna know. You know what I mean? So mistakes will happen. I mean, the show in itself, you know, I mean, you have aliens mating with Earthlings, so like the vatos just came down here and started smashing all the females, huh? Fucking Goku. That vato was a savage, huh? So, bro, first time watcher here from New Zealand. Well, shout out to New Zealand. Who you talking about, bro? Well, I just say that because a lot of are in the government they use. Oh no, yeah, I feel you. Yes, it. Yes, we are. I believe you, bro. It's deeper knowledge. If you really want to find out, ask him. I mean, the people that say that they praise Satan and stuff like that, and they, you know, like, it has never turned out the best for them. Look at Ramirez. Satan didn't really do much to protect him, huh? Like, hey, Richard, what happened, my boy? Or even Manson, for that matter. Hey, Manson, what happened, my boy? You said Satan had your back, homie. Why he leave you to hang? Why he let you go out like that? Hey, I'm starting to think that fool really didn't have your back, my boy. These fools would pray to those fools so that way they could be getting away and shit like that. Like, my boy, your luck was gonna run out, homie. That had nothing to do with the devil. That just had to do with timing, homie. Yeah, fear, negative behavior, negative will always, attract negative. Negativity always attracts negativity, bro. That's just the way it works. Because the reason why it works like that is because when you're a negative person and all you like to do is drama and shit like that, then all the righteous people are not gonna want to hang around you. They're not gonna want to be around you, bro, because you're so negative and they just don't want to be hearing that shit. That you push all the positive people away from you, but you will attract all the people that think like you, right? So the people that think like you are gonna be around you, right? So they're not gonna be able to give you the best advice, right? Or stop you from doing the stupid shit that you're doing, right? So therefore, if anything, they're just gonna encourage you to do bullshit and stupid shit, right? That is the reason why you keep being stuck in the predicament that you're in. It's not that there's this higher being that's plotting against you. It's just that you're putting yourself in that based off of your behaviors, bro. You're pushing people that don't want that shit around them away and attracting people like mine, like you. And that is the reason why you're stuck in this negativity. But that has nothing to do with this karma or whatever the fuck. That is why. And that's why it's hard for these individuals to find somebody to give them a helping hand. Because of the way you are, you push the people that are willing to help you away. And these motherfuckers are not going to help you that are around you. So therefore, that's why you're stuck in your predicament. Because you got to change. That's why when people start now, leaving the negativity behind and focusing on, more positive stuff, why good things start now happening to them. Yes, because people are now want to be around you. Good people now, like mine, want to be around you. Don't mind being around you. And that are giving you good advice. That are willing to help you. And that's why your life starts to fix itself. This got nothing to do with no magical powers or magical beings or none of that, bro. It's human emotions, bro. Human interaction. That's how it works. But I can see why people would think that there's this magical, because how stuff now starts to change and, start working for the better now. And it's like, damn, it's like people just got to look for something to credit. Right? Because, God forbid that it was actually man who can fix his own problems, right? So there has to be something of a higher power doing it. Because apparently we can't do shit by ourselves. Anytime any great thing has always been accomplished, it's always because of a higher being. It just can't be because of man. Because apparently man can't do nothing on their own. We're incapable. I don't believe that there had to be something. It had to be because of God, that got him through that. Because, I don't believe he had the courage to overcome that on his own. Like, wow, I'm glad that you have so much confidence in that person. Like, my boy sounds like you're a little jealous. So there's two. You in that video. Let's just say. The one that the last video I put out? Yeah, it's just that, stuff just doesn't make any sense to me sometimes. It's like, I get that. I'm like, oh, well, I know that a lot of people say that this fool's a bad person, homie, but I only base my, my opinions on our interactions. Like, the hell? Serial killers say the same shit too. Like, well, he never hurt and killed no one from our family, so he ain't a bad person. Like, well, just because he doesn't hurt people in your circle doesn't mean that his behavior is okay or that he doesn't display negative behaviors or that it should be okay and shouldn't be called out. Imagine if the world, were to run shit how you think. This fucking world would be in chaos. You got to hold people accountable for their bad behaviors, even if it's people within your own circle, because morals don't take a break from nobody. No one's exempt to that. If they display bad behaviors, you got to call them out. Point blank. Because then you don't have any morals because you're choosing to apply your morals at your convenience. Like, oh, nah, homie, I wouldn't hang around with that for why? I heard he's a chomo. Hey, bro, people are saying the same thing about your homie right there. Oh, no. But see, I never seen that. Well, you never seen it on that individual either. Oh, I know, but I heard shit. Well, there's shit that you heard from that individual too. Yeah, yeah, but see, how can I say, I just want to like be able to pick and choose when, I want to apply this rule. Oh, hey, but that's not how morals work, though, my boy. Yeah, I know, but can I say that I have morals and just do it anyways? Well, I mean, well, yeah, you could say it, but it won't be true. All right, fuck it. It sounds good when you just hear it, like, yeah, you should base, your opinion on somebody within your interactions. Like, yeah, it sounds lovely when you first hear it, but then when you start now to dive in and questioning, right, this this mindset, you start to see shit fall apart. Like, well, that doesn't make any sense, my boy. You know what I mean? No, when people display bad behaviors, it should be called out, period. Like, hey, well, I know he's a serial killer and a serial rapist and a chomo. Hey, but he never did that to nobody I know. And I never seen it. So therefore, I could still kick it with the fool, and he's still cool people. Like, okay. Like, he's still my boy. Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather flock together, no? We must worship Satan. You can worship whoever you want. If you want to worship Satan, then that's on you, bro. You know what I mean? You do whatever you want to do. Mustache off. It sees through. Why? My wife likes it, so it's all gravy. I'm not here to, look for a date. I'm happily married. El diablo es muy. I believe. Whoops. How do we stop school shootings? How do we stop school shootings? By raising these children better, right? By, being parents, bro. Making kids feel like they're not outcasts, or that there's something wrong with them, or that no one cares about them, or that, that they don't have no purpose in life, right? Kids should feel loved, appreciated, these little things, right? To parents don't seem like that. Like, one of the things that I always say, like, it's kind of like when parents, right, when the kid does something right, he gets a good grade, or he does a project, and to you it may not seem as much, right? It's like, it's no big deal, right? But to the kid, it's a big deal, right? So that's why it's good to encourage them, like, and seem like you care. You know what I mean? That you're interested in what he has going on, you know, in his hobbies. Don't try to discourage him or make fun of him just because of the things that he likes, just because it's maybe different from what you were into, right? Don't make him feel like he's weird or odd, or dumb, or doesn't meet up to your expectations. Because after a while, the kid gets, he gets the hint, bro. They're not as dumb as people think that they are, right? Like, if you keep telling him to hold on, wait, I'm busy right now, not right now, I'm tired from work, or I'm watching the game, or I'm talking to my friend, go away, and you keep always putting everything before, what he has going on, like when he wants to show you something, or maybe something with his toys or something like that. And like I said, it's not like I seen people when they go on that, like, wow, what you want to show me? This is what you want to show me? Fuck, man, I'm busy. Like, I see people react to these kids like that, bro. And it's no wonder why these kids grow up the way they grow up. Because, well, they don't ever seem to give a fuck about what I got going on. No one gives a fuck about what I got going on. So what does it matter if I go and shoot up, whatever? Nobody gives a fuck anyways. You start making these kids feel like that, bro. This is the reason why they take these actions. Now people will remember me. Now people will talk about me. Now people will actually give a fuck about me. That's why they do what they do. because they felt like they already wasted all their other options and trying to get people to fucking show. That's why, you know that there's some kids out there who misbehave, right? Who keep doing bad things. You know what I mean? Because the reason why they behave like that is because they felt like that's the only time that their parent ever showed that they cared. The only time their parent shows them affection, right? That they have to do shit like this in order for the parent not to come and be like, what are you doing? You could have killed yourself, or, oh, yeah, you know, but this is the only time that they could interact. That's why he keeps doing that now. Like, this is the only time the only way I could get their attention. That's why they start behaving like that. That's why they make it a pattern to choose to do that. Because any other way, it wasn't working. Their parents didn't give a flying fuck. Because their parents are too busy doing whatever the fuck they're doing. And I see that a lot, bro. You know, I sometimes see people like when I'm driving and I'm waiting at a red light, fucking mom's on her phone. The fucking kid is like fucking already crossing the damn thing, and then she wants to yell at him because he's already like, you know, going into the street. And it's like, how the fuck did you not notice your fucking kid wander off all the way over there? Because you were too busy on Facebook, Instagram? And then you're going to be mad at the kid and punish the kid. He don't know no better. Fucking kid's like fucking 4 or 3. You're the parent, bro. You're the one that should have been alert. But nah, you don't want to blame the kid and beat the shit out of the kid now. Because you didn't want to be a parent. You know what I mean? Your kids come first. Your glory days are over. Trying to relive high school and all that shit. It's time to be a parent. It's time to put your kid before what you have going on. Because it's crucial and important to be a parent. It literally paints their whole entire future moving forward. Their whole character. How they're going to behave. And that should be an importance to you. Instead of what fucking Kanye West is going to have for lunch. Or what Kardashian is fucking tweeting about. Pay attention. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, my lunch is over. We got to get back to it. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we out.